Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube. As promised in yesterday's rest day vlog, we are going to run you through leg day, and it's the quad focus leg day, and I am 5 weeks out tomorrow from the first classic physique competition of the year. And this morning weighed in at 115 kilograms, and some adjustments have been made, which I will actually talk about in a vlog on Sunday. Today is Friday. I'm going to run you through my new training day food and setup. We're pushing things on because my weight cap is 111.6, so we've got some work to do. Oh, pray for me. But yeah, the condition's looking good. I'm happy with where we are in regards to the actual aesthetic of the physique, but we need to get the scale weight down. So today, again, legs. I've got, I'll show you actually. These are my new squat shoes that I have invested in, and it's taken me until now to buy squat shoes. The new Romelo, is it called Romelo 4s, Nike Romelo 4s. I looked at every review site and they all said that was the best in regards to for squatting and just overall quality. Where we are right now, I'm in a cafe outside, it's actually a hotel, but they do coffee here, outside my apartment block. If you check the scenes, it's always nice and quiet. There's a little bit of a courtyard here. So sometimes when it's decent weather, and I just want to get out of the flat, honestly, because I've been working in my flat all morning, just to kind of get some fresh air before I go train and collect my thoughts, I'll just sit out here. Got my pre-workout. So in this is 4 grams of conviction, so not much, because I keep the stim low on the pre-workout shakes, especially on leg day, so I don't want the heart rate beating out my chest. Mega pump, which is 16 grams, which is a serving, and then glutamine, which is 10 grams, and creatine, 10 grams. I also have 10 grams of creatine first thing in the morning, so I've already got 20 grams of creatine in. Listen to some tunes, get in the zone, think about the session ahead. For me right now, I am 5 weeks out, so hack squats are going to be a battle. Obviously, peak off season, we got to rep in the 6 plates per side on the Cybex hack, which was a great achievement, and I did that for about 6-7 weeks. I have now dropped it back down to 5.5 plates, and I did manage to scrape 6-7 last week. Now that I've got the squat shoes, I might actually have to take a slight load reduction, just where I'm actually going to be increasing my knee flexion, but we'll see. Either way, the goal of these sessions now, with 5 weeks to go until my competition, is not to annihilate myself. You know, the goal is to make it to stage with the best look, and by make it to stage, I mean injury-free. The worst thing ever would be to tear a quad, to do my lower back in, which means I can't practice posing, I can't pose to the best of my ability, do my shoulder in, do my elbows in, you know, these types of things. When you're getting very lean and on the approach to your show, you'll be a lot more susceptible to injury. So you need to actually start thinking, I mean, you should always train smart and think about injury prevention, but even more so when you're close to your show and you're super lean. So for me today, in today's leg session, it's not so much about, right, how fucking hard can I push it? We want to push hard, and we want to train intensely, and we want to drive a stimulus, but not completely annihilate ourselves, especially not the connective tissue. Now, something that's very exciting as well, my gym, I train at Frontline Fit in Manchester, and I have trained here since moving here. Funny story about this gym, actually. When I moved here, I knew I wanted to train here because Jordan Peters trained here. My old coach had trained here in the past, and he recommended it because I was moving to Manchester, right? I had no idea where it was. I had picked this apartment that I was living in previously to this one, just because I liked the look of it. It had a sauna, it had a gym for me to do steps in the morning and whatnot. And I had no idea about the area. I moved to Manchester knowing absolutely no one. I'd never even been to Manchester. It was a proper spur of the moment activity. Then I was laying in bed the first night of staying in Manchester. Looked at my phone, I was like, right, where's this gym then? How far do I have to travel tomorrow? Thinking about driving, all this. And I looked, and it was a 10-minute walk. I was like, what are the chances? Literally the most perfect situation ever. So yeah, anyways, Frontline Fit today has got 17 new pieces of kit. Prime, Atlantis, all brand new stuff. and it's already absolutely kitted wall to wall with gear. So I'm very excited to get stuck in and seeing what new bits they got. I know they've got a new Prime hack, which I think is a bit shit, to be fair. I like the Cybex hack, and that's what we're going to be using today. But they have got a new Prime incline press, which I'm looking forward to doing Monday. No, Sunday even. I might even take you along for the ride for that and show you the new pieces of kit. But yes, one thing that I will say about this gym, and if you are in the area, they're constantly investing. They're actually in the process now of building a posing room, a podcast room, massage room. So like my content for posing right now and showing off the physique is not great because I'm going to pose on the gym floor, and it's always a bit awkward and the lighting's a bit shit. But they are actually in the process of building a posing room, which would be fucking epic. Then in the future, that is a whole new building to the side of it. So yeah, when you move to a gym where the owners care and they actually love giving back to the clientele rather than just taking your money. So yeah, very blessed. Happy to be training here. Happy for it to be so close. If you're in the area, you want to come say hi, and you are visiting FLF, give me a shout. But yeah, gonna drink this pre, get back to some clients. Here we are, in the den, FLF. Best gym in the fucking game. 17 new pieces of kit today, ladies and gents.
Beautiful. Good.
New presses. I'll give you a little tour, shall we? Here's the man himself.
What are you doing here, man? What's going on? Yeah. What a shit.
Here's the sexiest guy in the gym, right here. And so here we got a couple new presses, which look amazing. The incline presses and a shoulder press, which I'm very much looking forward to using because I'm currently doing a high incline Smith press. So I'm going to definitely swap that out. Then we have this machine row, which I'm very much looking forward to using. The Prime machine row, which you can load like this. Here we have another fucking hunk, the biggest arms in the fucking gym. Just doing a YouTube, showing the new kit. Other than that, just looks like a lot of new Prime stuff. As you can see from the gym, it's absolutely chock-a-block with kit. Where do you know anywhere that invests 20 new pieces of kit at a time? New leg extension, new hamstring curl, new hamstring curl here as well. And here is Oscar Young.
Yes, Jay. How are you?
The one and only. I'm just filming YouTube, setting up a new kit. How I like to set up my leg days is start off with biceps, then we go into the isolations to warm up the joints, connective tissue, the musculature. So I'll start with actually hamstring curl, then leg extension, then go into the meat and bones, which is the hack squats. I would then normally hip hinge, but now coming towards the end of prep, we've taken that out and I do a lying hamstring curl. Why I like doing that is why I like starting off with the isolations is one, safety. If I'm starting off pre-exhausting with the isolation work, I'm then not having to lift as much on the hack squat. We're already lifting 5.5, 6 plates a side on a hack squat. You know, how fucking much would I be lifting on there if I didn't pre-exhaust? So that's the ideology behind it. And then also I'm going into it fully warm, like my tendons, my connective tissue, my knees, everything is super warm, and I go in confident and safe, which then means I find I lift more weight. So yeah, enough fucking chatting, let's get into it. So, leg day is a go. As you can see, I'm on a bicep curl. Why is that? I'm starting every leg day with arms. I start with a bicep curl and then we go into a tricep exercise, and that's what I ran the whole off season there. That brought up my arms up massively. So yeah, if you have lagging arms, it's not a bad idea to just start your leg day. And why I like to start the leg day with the arms is I don't want to finish leg day with arms because one, arms is not anything that's fucking fatiguing. I'm not going into my leg exercises thinking, fucking hell, I'm so drained from that bicep curl. It's just not happening. but I'm still going to be able to go into my hack squat fully fresh, ready to fucking go after training arms. It is not the other way around. If I trained legs and went into arms, I couldn't be fucked to train my arms with as much intensity after a big leg day, right? So anyway, it's just going to start warming. How I like to warm up with the arms is honestly real lightweight, warm up the tendons, and do sort of 20 reps. Just drag it in. Hard contraction, nice and slow. Just get the tendons nice and warm. Right, working set. Oh yeah. Right, here we got a tricep extension. This is a new machine for me. This is delivered today. It's got little things here that can keep your elbows locked in, little supports. There's a back pad here that presses up against you so you're completely supported in the lumbar, which is great. And there's a resistance profile because it's prime, so you can ease it off as it gets into the short, as your triceps are fatiguing in the later sets. So I'm gonna give this a go, see how it feels. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right, arms done. Moving on to the fun stuff, legs. So, do a little bit of warming up on my knees, because my knees have had some issues in the past. Did used to have a pretty fucking bad knee injury, which I will actually go through in its own separate YouTube video on how I rehabbed it myself with no physio. But I'll do a little bit of a drill before just to warm the knees up. Do some opening up for the hips, and then we'll get to the fucking business. The balance is the fucking hardest part about this. Essentially what I'm doing here is warming up the tendons. It's actually very fucking difficult. A lot more difficult than it looks. Warming up has been done. We are now on to the brand new hamstring curl. Unreal bit of kit. The other one was getting a bit rickety. It was the old version. This is the brand new kit, super sturdy, all the different attachments, adjustments, and resistance profiles. So we've got 3 sets here. First set's going to be midpoint, middle resistance. Then we are going to do mid-lengthened and then completely lengthened as our hamstrings start to fatigue. So on the numbers, that's setting 1 for set 1, Set 2 is going to be setting 5. Set 3 is going to be setting 3. Oh yeah.
Squeeze, come on.
Now, with the hamstring curl, you really, really need to pay attention to your rib cage. You do not want to have this opening of the rib cage and arching your lower back. This is going to completely take away the objective of getting the hamstring as short as possible in the contraction. You want to keep your rib cage down and stacked, okay? Breathe in and out with a stacked rib cage and a tensed and braced core. No matter how hard the set gets, don't open up and extend your rib cage and arch your back to get it into the shortened position, because you're actually taking tension off the upper hamstring there. And just placing it on your lower back, you get a lower back pump. So be persistent with it, and if you can't get it short without arching your lower back, stop the set. So 3 sets of the hamstring curl done. Rep range, roughly the first 2 around sort of 8 to 12, and then I like to do a third set that's a higher rep range, sort of 12 to 15. Now we have the brand new leg extension as demonstrated by Bro. So simple enough, 2 sets here. First setting on 1, which is all on the mid, where our quads are strong at the moment. We haven't done any quad work, so we want to make sure that we are actually hitting and targeting the quad in the shortened, not loading it all in the lengthened. So first set will be 1 mid-range, setting 1 resistance profile, and then the second set, because it's a prime piece, you can adjust the resistance profile, will be 5, which will be mid to lengthened. 8 to 12 first set, 12 to 15 second set. Let's go. Oh.
Come on. Oh.
Leg extension done, 2 sets there. Intra, halfway through the session, just before the Cybex hack, 2 hours after I've eaten my pre-workout meal. 45 grams of carb drive from Conte. This is a carb formula which will replenish your glycogen storage. So when you are starting to tear through your glycogen, your carb sources halfway through your session, we replenish it, not only for performance, but also pumps. Also in here, I've got 20 grams of EAAs. Now, what do I do with this? I neck it in a small volume of water, as you can see. There is no point in sipping your intra-workout in a big water bottle across your whole session. You don't do that with a meal. You don't eat 45 grams of carbs and protein across a 2-3 hour window, do you? You want to spike your MPS and you want to bang your carbs in. It also improves your digestion. If you're sipping that artificial sweetener across a 2 hour window, I find I'm very bloated. So I have HydroFlow for the hydration, sodium, potassium, my electrolytes in my big bottle of water, sipping that throughout the session, and then halfway through, bang, I'll neck that. Right, now the fun begins, Cybex hack.
Yeah. Come on. That's it. Good. Good.
Well, hack squat done, 2 sets there, both 6 to 8 rep range there. I did a set of 5 plates and then a set of 4.5, which the second set I didn't film by accident, but I got 7 reps. So 5 plates for 6, 4.5 for 7. This is far from my ultimate personal best, but one, I've changed my setup slightly because I've got the new squat shoes, which means I can have my feet right at the bottom of the platform. So it obviously makes it a lot more quad bias. And obviously I'm fucking 5 weeks out.
Yes, job done. You've got a bit to come off your hamstring still. Come on.
And that's a wrap. Finish off with 3 sets of carbs. I didn't film those because it's tucked in the corner. So we're back home. Just took Ashwagandha Plus by Conte, which is what I like to take post-workout after a big leg day. Because as you can tell, you know, the heart rate's pounding, the adrenaline's firing. Just bring that heart rate down before you eat your post-workout because you're in fight or flight mode. You want to be in rest and digest. So, cream of rice. 125 gram of cream of rice, 150 berries, and 60 grams of whey. Caramel biscuit, Conte, cream of rice, salted caramel, whey. Very, 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 very good. I'm getting a bit shaky now on the hypo side because it's 4 o'clock now. A good half hour later than I normally, no, fucking hell, it's 4:15. 45 minutes later than I normally eat my post, just because I was chatting to a couple people and we were talking about, you know, my shows and that, and I was like, all right, I need to get off now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this style of vlog. I've not done one of these training, chatting vlogs before. If you like it, let me know and we'll keep them coming. So 5 weeks out tomorrow, let's get it. Leg day done, tomorrow's a rest day. I'm gonna get through another video over the weekend, just touching base on some of the adjustments. Like and subscribe, let's keep them coming. Enjoy your weekend, guys.